Well, before I met her, my life was a little different. You know, I had been incarcerated, and I came to that church and met her, and things kind of like took off from there. I can't say enough good things about her. She just put a personal touch on all of her clients, and she cares about what happens to you. And other counselors have their own special techniques, but hers is more, seemed to me, is up close and personal. She takes it personal that every client gets what they need, and she always be there for you. I mean, it was like one time there was a calling for housing registration at the housing administration. She came and gathered us all up and said, hurry, 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 we can get down there to the computer room so we can get everyone a place to stay. And she done that. And from that experience, I got me a place to stay. Miss Knighton, I just want to personally tell you that you have been like a lighthouse on the beach. Like if a person was sailing in the ocean and seeing the lighthouse and they know that it beckons and say home, and you know that. And I would like for you to know that. And you've been a blessing to have, it's been a blessing to have known you. And I mean, it's just so many things that about you that I like, and you really helped me.
Well, I've been over at the cottages over on Malcolm X. You know, I got moved in November the 21st, 2016. Before that, I was homeless out on the streets 8.5 years. And so since I've been there, I feel like I've made a lot of progress. You know, she seems like the type of person to me, you know, that I picture her in my mind. She's one of them type of people. She can leave her problems at work before she goes home, and then vice versa. You know, before she comes to work in the morning, whatever problem she may be having, she leaves that at the door. No, I really like her because she's always in a good mood. You know, if you need somebody, you know, if I need somebody to talk to, you know, as long as she's available, yeah, come on in my office. Sit down, let's chat. Yes. For the most part, I really like her personality. Miss Sherelle, you know, I appreciate you, you know, always being there in case I need, you know, I know when I need somebody to talk to, I know I can come to you, and I always appreciate your words of encouragement. And also, you know, like I've told you before, you're righteous in my book. And keep up the good work and stay righteous.
My life was kind of in shambles. I was taken advantage of, being in a wheelchair, being disabled. And then I came here, was at Austin Street for about 3 weeks, and then some things happened, and that's where I met the wonderful lady she is, Miss Lauren. Lauren is different is because she's always there for the people. She listens to whatever you have. She makes time for you. She lets the staff know that, you know, I've got an appointment with this person, I'm here. If she can't, she'll make other means to either make a phone call to talk to you or something. Compared to other case managers that I've been with, they really don't do the time. They're not one-on-one. They're not for the people like Lauren is. Lauren's been there for me for the past, 3 weeks I've been there. I was there 3 weeks yesterday, and look, she's just been there for me. I mean, I've gotten my clothes, I'm get to go to the DMV. I mean, she's really doing what she needs to do to help me get in my housing and everything. And, you know, I cry every night because I'm just thankful to have her as a good case manager.
So before I met Patricia, my life was totally upside down. As in, I was almost sinking into depression because of the treatment I got from my husband. I almost lost my life. Yeah, the 7th of March, 2017. So from peaceful life to very confused life. Then Patricia stepped in. Patricia became my case manager in New Beginning Shelter. You know, when you see a selfless person, you interact with selfless human being, you will know. Because what my heart was yearning for was rescue. I need to know who I am again. I needed to know who I was then again. So I was in their need of recovering my identity and recovering my psychic and recovering my dreams. So Patricia came with a big hug. Patricia came with an assurance. You are in a safe hand. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. I cannot forget those words. Patricia, I need to tell you that I am very happy and I appreciate what you have done for me. I thank God for making me come through your way. You are like a sister from another mother. Because of you, your advice, your motivation, and your sincere chastisement, because sometimes when I make mistake, you tell me, Lucy, you know you didn't do it well. Patricia, see, you did it well. Lucy, you did it well. You have to do it this way. Those things make me who I am today. Thank you very much. I will always appreciate what you have done. May God bless you, Patricia.
You know, because I was homeless, I had to take care of myself. But he came to see me in jail, so that was really cool. I knew as soon as I saw him that he was gonna do everything that he said. So, you know, that was pretty cool. I knew that he was gonna give me this place. It wasn't just like, you know, I knew I was gonna get it. I wouldn't have any of this stuff. And I would just, well, I'm trying to think of something better to say. But that's really it. I wouldn't have any of this stuff. I wouldn't have anything without Matt. Yeah, I would like to say, that's really awesome. And I'm a love bug, so I love you. I am a love bug. I love everybody. But Matt's really awesome. He's like my little brother, you know, that I never had. Well, my brother and me don't really get to talk, so it's like, you know, the things that, the TV thing, that my brother should be doing that for me, so it's really awesome, and I really praise him. That's what I have to say. That is cool.
I've been through a lot, hell on earth already in Dallas, Texas, but I'm on this side of the dirt. Thank you, Jesus. I don't do any of all that I used to do. And I'm grateful for Stephanie, because at my worst time, being there at Austin Street Shelter, walking in the heat and all the people standing in line, I was in bad condition. Stephanie came at me, and I didn't realize she was there. It's like, she's an angel. She said, Bonnie, are you all right? Obviously, I was not all right, but she reached out to me as an angel would, and I'm thankful for her and her ability to reach those that really need her help. She's very much a Christian lady, and she glows. It just shows. Can't take that from anybody. And she's touched my heart and soul. And she's just a good lady. I would say, Stephanie, I have much love for you, because when nobody else cared if I was doing all right or not, you reached out to me with love and kindness, and I consider you my angel, and you just keep doing all the good things you do for others, because you're going to be blessed over and time again. I will never forget you, and I love you very much. Thank you.
When I first met her, all she did was tell me to just trust her. And I am a very spiritual person. And, you know, she just told me to just pray about things and everything would be all right. And I don't know, she was just so sympathetic of my situation. Like, you know, some people, it's just a job for them, but then some people, they're really dedicated and they really care. She's one of those people that's just very dedicated and she really cares. It's more than just a job for her. I just felt like we would just never leave the shelter. And she just, I don't know, I just feel like if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't even made it to just be able to move out. But I'm really thankful and grateful for Miss Sabrina, because now me and my son, we have a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment. And I don't know, me and my son were both just very thankful and grateful. And I appreciate her dearly in that she's the best caseworker I've ever had. And I'm just so deeply grateful for her. And to be able to have met her and her to be a part of my life. And the reason why I'm out of that situation, I'm not in the shelters no more. I'm truly thankful and blessed to have met her and for her to have been in my life.
So Miss Andy came to Legacy Cottages to do my interview, and that's when our relationship started, was when she came to interview me. And then I moved into Legacy Housing, and she's been my case manager ever since. Miss Andy don't tell you what to do. Miss Andy makes suggestions that really do work. She's not bossy, she's not she's very caring. She gives more hugs than anything, and smiles. She smiles when you're with her, even though things are going rough for you. She has a way of making your heart lighter even in the worst of times, because I've had some pretty bad times since I lived at the apartment. I have a lot of mental health problems, and she has always been there for me. Like, I'll call her out of the blue. I'll be stuck at the house and I'll call her out of the blue, and she takes time to talk to me and let me know that she cares and that she's there for me, you know, which I don't. I've been involved with this a long time, and I've had case managers before, but nobody ever like Miss Andy. I love you, Miss Andy. You've always been there for me, and I hope more than anything in this world that you win this award, because if there's anybody that deserves it, it's you. But in the end, even if you don't win it, you're always first in my place. Yeah.
She's the most excited person ever in my life I ever seen. Could nobody ever turn her down, because she's a nice lady where she's gorgeous. She's very intelligent. She's a exciting person, and she go her way for people. You know what I'm saying? Even though if she have her own personal life, she always never showed it. She never, ever, ever. So that's what I love about her. She become the part of my life, of my heart, my soul, and she was just part of me being a family to her. Because I really wouldn't talk to nobody else. I wouldn't tell her anybody is my personal life and what I was going through with my life. And as I began, like I said, I began to get acquainted to her. I began close to her. It was different questions, and I cried to her, and she was like, "What's wrong?" I love her to death. She's the most. I'm talking about. Oh man, she's everything in my life. That I wouldn't know what I'd do without her. But she's the best thing. You're my life. You're my family. You're my friend. And you're everything that I would ever never forget as long as I live on this earth. She's a friend that I have where she brought me through. Because if it weren't for you, I don't think I'd be living today. If it weren't for you, I don't think I'd be doing the things I'm doing now that I should be doing. And I want to thank you for being there for me. I want to thank you for all you done. And I love you for that.
Before I met Lewis, I was pretty much on my own, very isolated. I didn't know who I could and couldn't trust. I had things constantly being stolen from me, or I was getting high and being victimized while I was high. People were taking advantage of the situation pretty badly, and I wasn't entirely aware of it. I had become homeless because I had called for coca plants to come to my apartment complex, and I did not have the foresight to think about retaliation, so that's how I ended up on the streets. My life was a mess. So when I first started talking to Lewis, it was more like I'd call him and say, my stuff's gone, what am I supposed to do? Kind of, that's how it started. And then I started meeting with him. And he was very, very open and honest and very accepting of things that I didn't expect people to be accepting of. And that is kind of what got my attention the most, was that he seemed to care without passing any kind of judgment. But Lewis stuck it out and dealt with me when I probably would not have dealt with myself. And ultimately he got me off the streets. I mean, in fact, there was one point where I was in the hospital about to lose my left foot, and that's where Lewis came in and said that he couldn't let me stay on the streets anymore because I was going to die. And he got me somewhere, gave me some help so that I didn't lose my foot. Thank you for helping me and for understanding and having a perspective that most people don't. He even suggested some medication that psychiatrists agreed to, and it's worked wonderfully for me. For the first time in my life, it's quiet in my head.
Before I met Miss Lisa, I call her Mama. My life, it took a major turn August 3rd of 2016 when my mom had passed away. And within that, I was already inside of a very, very abusive marriage. And it's like my mom, she was my scapegoat. She was my confidant, my best friend. I'm sorry, every time I think about it, it just... But, and Miss Lisa, she was like my mom, and then on top of my grandmother, like straightforward. And that was something that I needed in my life and I was lacking. And she would just come like, if I felt like I was ready to give up, things was getting hard, Miss Lisa, she was like, baby, now you finna get it together, get it on, pull it on, snap, bring it on back. And I just love her to death. So it's like meeting her has been the most privileged. I'm so honored. I thank God every day for placing her into my life, because without her guidance, without her motherly love, without her firmness, without her being so efficient on when I need her, she is there and on time, I probably would have ended up going back to my husband, because that was all I knew for the past 11 years. But she showed me that you have other options, you have better goals and bigger goals. He tried to kill you and your kids while you want to go back there. And she would tell me, like, don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. And I'm thankful to have her in my life.